Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. This is part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. Of course, as you can see, and as is typically the case, we do have a new team here, and this team is built around Vivillon. Vivillon? I think it's Vivillon, or I guess it's Vivillon, whatever. That little butterfly thing, it's pretty cute, it's pretty interesting. Of course, there's the team code if you want to try this out, but this is actually the team that got me to Master Ball rank this season. I was testing with this team a lot on the ladder, and I won like 4 or 5 games in a row with it, so I like this team a lot. Now, as you can see, we are using a lot of really strong Pokemon, and the core of the team, or kind of the conception of the team, if you want to call it that, was using Vivillon to set up Sleep Powder. And so in the past, it has been a good Pokemon to use because it has the Compound Eyes ability, which boosts the accuracy of its moves by 30%. Sleep Powder is a 70% accurate move, so once you factor in the Compound Eyes, I think it ends up being about 91% accurate. Same thing with Hurricane. It goes from being a 70% accurate move to being over 90% accurate. So these two moves that are really strong but typically extremely inaccurate are now almost 100% accurate thanks to that ability. And, you know, there are Pokemon that have access to the move Spore in the meta, and Spore is a 100% accurate sleep move, but Vivillon has access to moves and abilities that those Pokemon don't, and I think a big reason to use it, in addition to Sleep Powder being almost 100% accurate, is that it has Hurricane. It has Stab Hurricane, which hits really hard, and special attackers are kind of in a good spot in the meta right now. If you look at kind of the most used Pokemon, there are a lot of really good special attackers, and there really aren't too many special attackers, too many Pokemon with a strong special defense stat. So if you can use a really strong special attacker, get off a lot of damage, there aren't too many things that can really tank hits super well. We also have Quiver Dance, of course, to boost our stats, as well as Terra Blast. I went with Terra Fire. Its move pool is really, really limited, and Hurricane or Flying is a really good offensive type. But of course, one Pokemon that we kind of struggle with is, well, Steel types in general, but also, of course, Goldango, who is very common. And so I just wanted a way that we could handle potentially Goldango, but other Steel types as well. And yeah, Fire is just a solid offensive and defensive type for it. So the way that it typically goes is maybe I'll lead with it, maybe I'll use it to put something to sleep, and then either set up Hurricane or set up Quiver Dances and use Hurricanes, or even just switch into one of my other threats. And the rest of the threats on my team honestly don't need too much explanation. I'm honestly not going to spend too much time talking about them because you can see them right there, and they are, you know, tried and true. They're really good Pokemon, and they've been some of the stronger Pokemon in the meta in the past and currently as well. So again, I don't really need to spend too much time talking about them. What I will talk about is the Archaludon set. Archaludon's really, really good. I think it's like the second most used Pokemon at the moment. I'm going to have to double check on that, but it's so versatile, it's so strong, and it has a lot of really good abilities and moves. And so I decided to go with White Herb and Sturdy, and the White Herb, of course, means that when my stats get lowered, I eat the White Herb and my stats get reset. So of course that combos really well with Draco Meteor. You can fire off a really powerful Draco Meteor, and then the White Herb will proc, and it'll reset your stats, so it's like you didn't even get the special attack drop, so you could actually Draco Meteor again, which is amazing. Flash Cannon's amazing stab, and then I'm using Dark Pulse here, honestly, for Goldango, but Dark is also a really good typing right now. And then we have Stealth Rock as well, and with Sturdy, we can always survive a hit against just about everything. So yeah, there's the team right there. Try it out with the team code. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you, and let's get to these games. Alright, you might have seen right there, if I left it in the video, the screen right there that shows I'm in Master Ball now, and again, this is the team that got me to Master Ball rank pretty handily. My opponent's team is something I actually don't like to see. They have Bronzong, which can potentially be annoying, and Whimsicott as well, but honestly, Vivillon is pretty good against both of those. I mean, it's not great against Bronzong, but if I can put it to sleep, that's pretty nice. I actually think I want to lead with it because it can put anything to sleep. With the Focus Sash, I can survive any hit from any Pokemon. I guess one Pokemon that ends up being a problem is Garchomp, because if they have Focus Sash, I guess any of them having Focus Sash would be a problem, but Garchomp and... Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Focus Sash for Garchomp. Scale Shot, because Scale Shot would break through my Focus Sash and kill me. So yeah, if Garchomp has Scale Shot, that is one thing I want to worry about. Otherwise, everything else I'm not super worried about. Of course, Whimsicott cannot be put to sleep, but of course I have Hurricane for that. Beyond that, Annihilape seems okay. And then I also have my eye on that Archaludon, just because Archaludon is so good. I wonder if they're trying to go Trick Room. I feel like typically when you see Bronzong, it is Trick Room. I think I'm going to bring my own Arch, although Ursaluna is also good. I just want a strong special attacker because, of course, the funny thing is, I mean, I'm running both Ursaluna and Archaludon just like my opponent, but both of those Pokemon have low special defense stats, so we want to be able to fire off really strong special attacks against them because they won't be able to tank it super well unless they have Assault Vest. My opponent leads with Whimsicott, and I think I'm okay just clicking Hurricane here. I don't want to get too cutesy. I mean, again, the main goal with this Vivillon, the main kind of like idea behind it is the fact that I can basically put things to sleep almost 100% of the time, which is really useful. And I try not to overcommit with it. So I don't need to set up Quiver Dances. I could, but we don't know what this Whimsicott is capable of. They could have they could have Taunt, they could have Memento, they could have like Thunder or Stun Spore or something like that to paralyze me. But either way, they actually set up Sunny Day. The funny thing is, I think Hurricane's accuracy is lowered even further in the sunlight. And so I actually ended up blasting through them even in the sun. But luckily for me, they don't have like a Focus Sash or anything. They're going to go into Charizard now. And of course, I'm just going to use this opportunity to Sleep Powder. Unless they go Terra Grass, which is honestly possible because Charizard could use Solar Beam, so they could go Terra Grass here. Okay, luckily for me, they are not Terra Grass. Now I just need to hit this Sleep Powder. And if I do, I'm going to be in a good spot. However, actually, of course, they are faster than me. So I guess we're going to see what they do first. They go Weather Ball. This is going to definitely take me down to my Sash. No doubt about it. We are in Sun. They have Solar Power as their ability, I'm assuming, which boosts the power of their attacks in sunlight. So yeah, there's like almost nothing I can do about this. But luckily for me, we are going to get to put it to sleep. I think I am going to Quiver Dance now, just because we don't want to switch into anything else. We're likely to just have one turn of sleep here. I mean, at least one turn. It's likely that they are not going to wake up this turn, is what I'm trying to say. And by going for Quiver Dance here, we're going to get to outspeed them. However, in all honesty, there is a chance that that they could be like Choice Scarfed or something. That is possible. Charizard's a cool Pokemon. Honestly, I've been thinking about trying Charizard in the meta. I'm scared to use Hurricane just because, like I said, I do believe its accuracy is lowered even further in the sunlight. So I just want some guaranteed damage here, even if they wake up. Okay, they don't, luckily. So this is actually going to be amazing for me because we're going to get to knock them out. Like I said, with this Vivillon set, my main, yeah, they're going to cancel. I felt like I was in a really good position because we were about to knock out the Charizard, and then it was about to be 3v1. But in case you want to try this team out yourself, you know, a lot of the times when I do bring Vivillon, my goal is just to kind of use it to put things to sleep and then just go from there. And like I said, I try not to get too greedy with it. So there will be times, like as you saw right there, where I actually don't even set up Quiver Dance, like in the face of that Whimsicott. I just kind of start spamming Hurricane just because it is a really strong move. I usually go for Quiver Dance maybe if I'm up against like a weak special attacker, a special attacker who's not going to do that much damage to me, and if I've already put them to sleep, or maybe if I put them to sleep and I like feel pretty certain that they're going to switch out or something like that. But yeah, I try not to get too greedy with this Vivillon set, and that has been working really well for me. So let's go to game 2. And here's our game number 2. My opponent's team is very, very annoying. I always say that. I feel like I do always say that. I did even say that about the previous team, although the previous team wasn't really that annoying at the end. But they have Tinkaton, which is another Pokemon you don't see super often, but they tend to run like Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave. They tend to be very annoying. They also have Indeedee with Psychic Terrain. Now, Indeedee is a Pokemon I've been testing with, and I've been really liking it, so one of my next videos will probably feature a Psychic Terrain team. Another Pokemon my opponent has that I don't like going up against is the Ninetales, but I actually think, once again, Vivillon's a decent lead here. Yeah, because it's likely to be faster than Tinkaton, so I could put it to sleep. They don't have any annoying shenanigans that are going to stop me from using Sleep Powder. I guess Taunt, but we'll see how that plays out. Beyond that, Sneasler is a huge threat. So it's going to either be Garganacl or Annihilape for that. I think this is my Terra Poison. It is, okay. If I can go Terra Poison against Sneasler, that's also going to be really bad for my opponent. Although they have a lot of special attackers, but I do think I want to bring my Ursaluna. And then I'm just going to bring Annihilape as well. Just try to diversify the things that I'm bringing. You know, last game I did not bring Annihilape or Ursaluna, so we get to bring it. Although, to be fair, in the last game, Vivillon basically soloed the enemy's team, so we didn't really get to see my other Pokemon do anything. But anyway, let's see how this one goes. And that's the funny thing about Vivillon, is it's a Pokemon you don't see very often, so a lot of people are just not really prepared for it sometimes. They're going to lead with this Indeedee, and I do believe Indeedee's faster than Vivillon, so if they're max speed and timid, then they are going to outspeed me. I'm just going to click Sleep Powder, though, just in case they're modest, or just in case they just, like, use Expanding Force on me. Okay, that's fine, I think. I was going to say a worst-case scenario is they actually use Trick. Although, maybe that's not even that bad, because then they trick me like a Choice Scarf or something, or Choice Specs. That could be a problem, but I'm going to use this opportunity now to go for Quiver Dance. Something that's actually really good about Psychic Terrain in this situation, something that's helping me, is the fact that Psychic Terrain makes it so that you cannot use priority moves. So if I were to knock out this Indeedee, whatever they go into cannot use a priority move against my Vivillon, so my Vivillon will be faster than pretty much their whole team. And it will be unable to be hit with a priority move, which is great. Although, to be fair, a Pokemon that they are likely to go into after this is going to be that... oh, we confuse it. Interesting. Is going to be that Sneasler. Okay, never mind. Okay, because I was considering, I was like, maybe I actually set up another Quiver Dance so that if they go into Sneasler, I might be faster than it, but I don't think that's even going to happen. I don't think there's any chance. Sneasler has Unburden, which when it enters Psychic Terrain, it'll boost its special defense by 1 stage. Or I'm sorry, the Psychic Seed item does that, and then Unburden is when it has consumed its item, its speed stat is doubled. And Sneasler is a naturally fast Pokemon. Wow, they actually go into Dragonite. It's a naturally fast Pokemon, so they're definitely going to outspeed. What? Wait. Oh, okay, this is something else that I always forget about Psychic Terrain, which is that, or Terrain in general. I think Terrain only affects Pokemon, it only affects Pokemon, oh, this is kind of tough actually, who are grounded. So given the fact that Dragonite is in the air, it's flying, it is not affected by any of the Terrain's effects, whether positive or negative. So that's kind of a weird little thing. Annihilape is good against... Actually, I think Annihilape's a decent switch here. Importantly, the Psychic Terrain is also gone, so if they have their Sneasler, they are not going to be consuming that Psychic Seed. However, I don't think they have Sneasler. I feel like they would have gone into it already. We're just going to taunt them so they cannot Dragon Dance. They also cannot Extreme Speed me, so I guess the worst they could do... I guess they could Scale Shot, which would be pretty annoying in all honesty. Actually, now that I think about it, Scale Shot, it would be really bad for me. Oh, wow. Critical hit. That's pretty annoying. We could bulk up. If we bulk up, we're probably going to survive a hit from them. They also might go Terra Normal here. I'm going to Rage Fist. If they Terra Normal... Okay. Yeah, we might live another Earthquake, but probably not. If we do, that's perfect. Aw, man. Yeah, they got that crit. If they hadn't got that crit, we might have survived there. This is a pretty bad position now. Although Ursaluna, the cool thing about my Ursaluna is I actually have a Key Berry, which boosts my defense stat when I get hit with a physical move. My opponent is still taunted. I'm just going to click... I don't think there's any reason to not click Blood Moon here. I guess they could go into Arch. Oh, they go Low Kick. Oh my goodness. I guess I could have... Oh my god, they got another crit. Oh, okay, that's game. That's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, first of all, I wasn't expecting Low Kick on a Dragonite because when do they ever run that? Maybe they're running it specifically for Ursaluna. And then second of all, they got a second critical hit there, so what else can you do? You can't fight. You can't play against 2 critical hits like that. There are situations where critical hits do not matter, and then there's games like this where they absolutely matter. I'm dead here. I'm going to click Moonlight just for whatever reason. It's not going to matter. That's annoying. Had they not critted my Annihilape, it's possible we would have been able to kill them with Annihilape to kill their Dragonite. And then the whole game is different at that point, because then if they go into Arch, we could just Drain Punch them. That's actually huge. That's a potentially, like, massive swing. Alright, sorry, I got a phone call, so I had to pause the recording for a second, but yeah, that's, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. It was pretty annoying to lose that way. We got double critted by the Dragonite, and it had low kick, which once again doesn't typically happen. Yeah, but anyways, we'll continue. Let's continue. Here's game number 3. We're jumping right into it. Oh god, that team is not a fun one. Anytime you see like Gliscor or Lomomola, you know, they're like a stall team, which again is not fun. But Vivillon looks okay here. If they're smart about it, they might lead with like Gliscor and get their Poison Heal activated. That could be really bad for me. Oh, actually, that's not that crazy. Now, the one problem here is with leading Vivillon is my opponent has Dragapult, and they could have Dragon Darts, which would cleanly kill me. So that's another thing to worry about. But I'm just going to lead Vivillon either way. If they lead Dragapult, I'm going to have to, you know, respond with something else. And I think Ursaluna looks like a solid Pokemon to answer that. Problem is I don't have any investment in special attack. I'm a Calm Mind Ursaluna, so that's really bad in the face of Dondozo, which I don't like that. And they have a lot of fairy types too, which makes Archaludon a little worse. I guess I'll bring Annihilate because of the fact that he... sorry, I'm trying to think. Because of the fact that it can taunt. And then it's going to be between these 2 guys, and I'm not sure which one's the best. I guess it's going to depend on like how well I can tank Dragon Darts from Dragapult potentially, because I don't know. It's a tough situation here. And something I need to get better at is I think when I see like teams, like it's hard for me to like be able to completely identify what they're going to bring. Like I just kind of play more generally. I'm like, oh, well, you know, this Pokemon's good against these Pokemon, stuff like that, and that doesn't always work. So anyway, my opponent leads with Alomomola, which is great because I can just click Sleep Powder here, and they're not going to want to switch into Dragapult because then that will get put to sleep, and they actually do switch out, which is really interesting. I think I've said this before, but Alomomola is a really highly used Pokemon. I don't find it to be that good. Okay, they go into Whimsicott. We'll talk more about Alomomola when we get there, but yeah, so that we put they negate the Sleep Powder, but of course we do have the Hurricane, which is why I'm not super afraid of Whimsicott. Of course, they could go for like Taunt here, although we don't care about that. They could go Memento. We could miss our 90% accurate Hurricane. Oh my god, okay. Luckily we survived that, and luckily they do not get the special attack drop, but of course that was annoying. We might one-hit KO them like we did with the previous Whimsicott. If we hit. Of course, I don't know what else they have. They could have Tailwind, they could have Stun Spore, like I said. They're just going to use their Terra right off the bat, which I'm okay with that, but at the same time, they are Terra Steel, which I'm not super surprised by. I tend to run Terra Steel on my own Whimsicotts. I guess if I would have expected something like this, I could have Terrastalized as well, which would allow me to resist their Moonblast, but it is what it is. Yeah, they're going to kill me with the Moonblast here. We know they have Moonblast, of course. They have 3 other moves, and they're always going to have priority, so it's kind of a tough situation here. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. Again, we know that they have Moonblast. Just go Guard. Because if they have Leech Seed, that's also really annoying. But I'm just going to go Guard, go Salt Cure, just get some damage on them. Salt Cure is actually really clutch in this matchup because it's good against their Whimsicott. You know, it does more damage to Steel and Water types, so it's good against their Whimsicott and also good against their Alomomola. Very annoyingly, though, they are going to go Substitute, which leads me to believe that they probably do have Leech Seed, so they could be like Sub-Leech Seed. Moonblast, and then, I don't know, some other move. But they're always going to get priority on their substitutes, which is really, really annoying. Wait, they survived that? Oh my god, okay. Yeah, they're probably going to Leech Seed now. They do. I'm going to break the sub, and then I think what I'm going to do is switch into Annihilape. If we can ever taunt them, then that's really good for us. I think I'm going to have to go into Annihilape and Terrastalize it so that we don't take... So basically they can't use Moonblast against us. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what else I can do at that point. If we can ever taunt this thing, that's going to be perfect, but the fact that it's faster is a problem. I don't think there's a reason for us to set up Iron Defenses because we're just going to lose all of our health. I don't think it's a winning battle for us. If they predict this and go Leech Seed, that could be really annoying. But they might just set up a sub again. Yeah, they do. Luckily, this will rack up the damage on our Rage Fist, which could help us in the long run. I mean, I don't think it... Does taunt go through substitute? That's something I need to know. I always forget like little small details like that. If it does, then it's worth it to taunt here. But I'm really not sure if it does. I'm gonna use it. I'm probably wrong. I know some moves do go through substitute and some don't. And I'm probably wrong about this. So this is probably gonna cost me the game. But I expect them, like I said, they're probably gonna Leech Seed here. I don't know, man. Yeah, this is very annoying for sure. They missed the Leech Seed. That's perfect. Does taunt land? I'm gonna feel so stupid if it doesn't. It does. That's great. Oh, that's perfect. That might honestly that alone might force them to switch out because now they can only click Moonblast, and that worked out so well for me. I think I'm gonna bulk up. Just predicting a switch, and if they don't switch, yeah, they're switching now. That's great. I mean, the scary thing is, like, I mean, I don't know what they're going to go into, but it's Gliscor. Oh, man, that's so annoying. Now they can go Earthquake on me. I could taunt this, too. I'm actually really tempted to taunt Gliscor. Although, like I said, they're probably just going to click Earthquake, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because if they ever get behind a sub, that's also a problem. Okay, we are faster than them. Of course, once again, they are very likely to Earthquake here. So that's a problem. Oh, they went Toxic Spikes. Wow, we're outplaying them left and right. Alright, let's Rage Fist. And they're switching. No way. Alright, I think we got them. That's funny. I mean, they could go into Whimsicott here. Oh, they don't. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to bulk up again. Like, we resist Whimsicott's Moonblast, and then their other Pokemon have, like, physical moves. I think Alomomola typically just clicks Flip Turn. What are they gonna do? Flip Turn, they do. Okay. Yeah, so, like... I mean, Whimsicott... If we can kill Whimsicott, I think we just win this game. So, if they go Whimsicott here, they might click... Actually, we're kind of backing them into a corner, which is amazing. Because if they click Leech Seed, we just kill them. If they click sub, we're just going to keep breaking their sub and recovering health, so... Let's see. Because I could taunt them too. If they click Leech Seed, again, they're dead. I'm clicking Drain Punch. If they click Leech Seed, they're dead. Oh, they Encore. No way. Oh god, I hate that. So now... Now we're just in trouble. Now we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, well, we have to switch now. I hate this so much. This is so annoying. Like, why? I might just rage quit at some point, but we're gonna try our best here. We're gonna try. It's just extremely frustrating to play against these types of teams. They're gonna sub now. That makes sense. We just need them to miss a Leech Seed again, which we can never, or we can never rely on that. We can never expect them to miss Leech Seed. So yeah, this is so frustrating. We gotta click Body Press here, just because that guarantees to break their substitute. Yeah. And then it's like a mind game. We have to think like, will they predict me to switch into Annihilape? I think they will, so I think I'm going to click Body Press again. Although, I don't think they lose anything from clicking Substitute there. If they just click Substitute again. And then we can never Iron Defense, because then they're just going to Encore. Do we ever predict them to not sub and just click Salt Cure? I'm going to click Salt Cure. If we can Salt Cure them, that's also amazing for us. Okay, of course, why would they? They click Moonblast. We need, in order to get Annihilape in here, we need to break their Substitute first. Otherwise, there's no way Annihilape can kind of break through them. Or we just need to get lucky and have them miss Leech Seed again. Yeah, these types of battles are not fun. Not fun at all. Let's see. Just Body Press, break the sub. Are they Encore? I mean, that's bad. Just gonna click Salt Cure again. If they ever kill me... Again, if they ever kill me, the best case scenario is that their sub is gone. Otherwise, like if we can break their sub and then they kill me, that's what we want. But if they kill me and they're still behind the Substitute, I don't know if there's anything else we can do at that point. Like I do think there's a world where Annihilape can win this battle, and if they can miss Leech Seed again, like that's gonna have to be what we do. Like we're just gonna have to get lucky. Although even if they Leech Seed Annihilape, that can also be fine. I think Annihilape is just our ticket to winning this fight, this battle. I don't know if we're ever gonna break that Substitute. Do they click Moonblast now? Does the Encore end? I think I'm just gonna switch now. If they Leech Seed again, that's awful. But like, what else can we do? You know. Let's see. They do. Okay. I mean, I'm Leech Seeded now though, right? And their Moonblast. Maybe I just spam Drain Punch here. They have Encore, Substitute, Leech Seed, Moonblast. Like, Drain Punch gives me a little bit of recovery. I mean, I guess if they switch Gliscor... Oh yeah, they're going to switch Gliscor. I mean, that's probably okay. Get some damage. Another Gliscor. I could taunt again, but they might expect that. I think this is so bad, because I think I need to taunt, because if they get up Toxic Spikes, I really don't know if we can win this. I wish there was a way to keep track of how many times my Rage Fist has been boosted, because that's another thing that can really help me here. I don't know, I'm going to click it and see what happens. I don't think it's going to do much. It does an okay amount, honestly. Earthquake. Does the next Rage Fist kill? No, they just kill me. Okay, well, that's game. Alright, that's game, everyone. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. That was the games. I know that last one was, oh, that's so frustrating. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for, like, beating those types of teams. But, I mean, well, yeah, I just need to go do something else to take my mind off of that. But yeah, this team is great. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I think something that helps, because something that I tend to do when I make new teams, when I want to feature a new Pokemon, is I tend to like build around a new Pokemon, and then like I kind of just snowball from there, and I start like putting other Pokemon that are kind of random on the team. So the team ends up being like just a lot of like kind of like new like random Pokemon that I'm just trying out for the first time. And something that works with this team really well is the fact that, Vivillon is something that's super unconventional and it's working really well. And the rest of the team is just good Pokemon, so it just kind of balances itself out. But it is a fun team. I brought Vivillon every game, and it feels good in the meta. Like, if you kind of know the matchups and you know what to expect against certain Pokemon, it's a pretty strong Pokemon to use. So I advise you to try it out and try out the team for yourself. Let me know in the comments how it does for you. And good luck getting to Master Ball rank. This was one of the easier seasons for me, whereas last season was terrible. And Vivillon really helped me with that. And that's not something you'd expect to hear. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and hope you have a wonderful day.